Awesome. Okay, perfect. So just to catch anybody up in case they weren't on yesterday's, we've been breaking down and going over exactly what parts to really get going in internet marketing for your business. And as what I've been telling people, internet marketing is awesome. There's two different aspects with it and why you want to be looking at internet marketing. For business owners, when we're getting started on different things, the idea there is, if somebody's looking for, a service or, a product that my company offers, the idea is you want to get found online, and that's very important. Bill Gates even said, there's only going to be two types of businesses, those that have an online presence and those that are out of business. So we definitely want to be advertising on the internet, but for most business owners, when you're getting started, the idea is that you just want to be getting found when someone's looking for you. And so that's great and all that, but the other side of things, which is what internet marketing is they're actively looking for their potential customers and connecting with them either before they want to buy the products or building this relationship and then cultivating so that they want to buy. So that's the missing element that a lot of business owners are not doing in their business, and that's where we want to get a sense of all of that aspect and make sure that we're connecting with those potential customers as well. And that's where, as I break down, and you're going to be seeing a lot more internet marketing aspects. So make sure that that's the reason that you want to be looking at bringing internet marketing into your small business. So that being said, we're breaking it down. The first thing that we're kind of covering is the idea of a lead page. And this is, exactly what we're going to go into. So in order to capture people, and we get that yesterday, I used the analogy, if you have a brick and mortar shop, traffic, as we call it, is people walking on by. Then the people that are stopping and kind of window shopping and looking, there has to be some sort of a capture idea that makes them stop and look at what you have to offer. So this is the capture aspect. And the final thing is, if someone's window shopping, they're interested in what you have to do, then you want them to actually come into your store and make a purchase, and that's when we talk about conversions. So this part, we're breaking down what's this capture, because first we have to have something that's inviting, intriguing to make them want more before they just go into, worrying about traffic and all of that aspect. Awesome. So for our capture thing, when we're talking about marketing on the internet, and remember, this is not promoting your direct business. This is connecting with customers. And how do you start to connect with people when you're not advertising exactly what it is and promoting your business? How do you connect with them? Well, it's called a landing page, and there's 3 components that we want to put into that, which is a lead magnet, a hook, and a call to action. Yesterday I went over what a lead magnet was, and it's something related to your potential customers and directly addressing a need or a problem that they have, and you want to be able to provide value and connect with them. So when we're talking about, if I'm applying it to my birthday parties, then, what's a problem that they have? And I created a lead magnet that says 8 timing tips for any child's birthday party. So things like that, that's something that they're having a struggle. I'm not at all mentioning what it is that I do or the services that I have to offer, but that's just a way to start connecting and providing value, because it's people in your audience that you can start to, build a rapport with, and they will start to look at you as an expert. And by the way, you also have a company that can, they can use as well. So that's the idea of a lead magnet. And then today we're going to break into on what a hook and a call to action is, and then get into some examples so you guys can see. And like I said, a lot of the examples are going to be the internet market based, so you can see exactly what they're doing, and then the creativity part of that comes into how do you apply that into your small business. So these 3 aspects, your lead magnet, your hook, and your call to action, those 3 together equal what we call an opt-in rate. And what's an opt-in rate? It's basically how many people are putting in an email address or whatever action you want in order to start to connect with them. So from those, that's what we look at. And then we're also going to be talking today, seeing the samples, what we call split testing. So it's taking the same ideas and then changing and tweaking little aspects and seeing which ones are improving those opt-in rates. So like, these are terminologies generally in business we don't talk about. This is internet marketing side, and we're bridging it into the business aspect. So what's your hook? Usually this is the headline, but it's the promise. So the lead magnet is the product or the solution. This is kind of the catchy thing to get them interested. So that's what the hook is, exactly like that. You want to bait them and then eventually reel them in. So it's talking all about the benefits. On previous things, I really went in on, features of your company versus the benefits somebody gets from doing business. So you always want to be emphasizing the benefits in those regards. And you also want to be very specific and only focus on one thing. If you're going to be all over and, oh, well, this does this, and this, that's not the idea with these hooks and these lead magnets. You want to address one problem. You're giving the solution to that one problem. So very specific and only emphasize on that one aspect. And remember this is the psychology aspect we were talking about, is you want to focus on what their end result is. What's the feeling? What's the outcome that somebody's going to get? So in my case, if we're talking about timing tips, the end result can be, plan a stress-free, as best you can, birthday party for your kid without worrying about when things are going to happen, or you kind of have to figure out those kind of timings, but look at their end result on things. One of the businesses that I'm consulting on right now, they are a smoke and tattoo shop. So what's there, we're trying to promote and sell these vaporizers and things like that. Okay, well, got to get your head around who are the type of people that buys it. But if we're marketing it and coming up with these ideas, what's the hook? What's the end result there? Oh, well, using this device can lower your stress or can make you more relaxed or things like that. So that's where it's the end result. So you have to get very creative with all of these aspects and really look outside of the box and figure out what your end result is. If you're a real estate agent and you're trying to promote yourself and sell houses, well, what your hook can be is, how to feel so happy, by looking around and you own the house or something like that. But you're emphasizing the feelings that somebody gets and what's their end result to actually own their own house. So that, for a real estate agent would be their hook on different things. So that's where you want to take it and apply this to whatever your target audience is and know that avatar, but really have your hook lay in on the end desire with all of those. So an example of a hook. So this is something, I saw on Facebook. So what's the hook in this case is 3 strategies for raising your prices. Oh, well, that's cool. Now, is this the best hook ever? Not so much, because you could go, upon and, get more on the feelings aspect. Oh, raise your prices to, not even just boost your sales, but what's the mentality out of it? So these aren't the best examples, but they're still real life examples, so you can start to identify, oh, there's my hook. Well, how can you improve upon the hook and make sure you have more of that psychology in there? So, this one, it's not a bad one, but there's different ways that you can tweak it and really start to put that emotion in the end results. Like, for example, I noticed it and I'm like, oh, okay, there's a hook. But was I intrigued enough to actually click on it? No. So they didn't completely match with my desires and my psychology behind things. So are there different ways that they could do that? Of course, raise your prices. Like I said, focus on the end result. By raising my prices, what does that mean? Oh, that I can make more money. Well, what does the feeling of more money get to me? Oh, having a successful business, or having, obviously more money, but what can you do with it? Or having more time, or that aspect. So really focus more on the end result of raising my price. So although this is a hook, this is average marketing. We want you guys to be exceptional marketers, and that's where the psychology comes into that. And make sure that you always emphasize those end results on there and get those feedback.